Thank you everyone for joining us. Yeah, this mic is loud as shit.
Yeah, you a little loud.
Thank you everyone for joining us on a new episode of Channel Orange. I'm your host, the Orange himself, LK the guy, the DD, the mogul. I'm here with my faithful, trusty sidekick, Puffco Poppy.
What it do?
Puffco Poppy. What are we puffing? What are we shrooming on today? Like, what are we doing today, man? I don't know which vice you want to go under today, but it's Puffco Poppy. What are we puffing on today?
All right. Well, you know, we puffing on some dabs. I think we just smoked some of the Future Dosi live rosin from Beazle, grown by Curio, the flower. But yeah. So yeah, that's the disclaimer. You know, I did some shrooms earlier this morning. I thought they would have worn off by now, but you know, we still got some residual effects. So I'm big chilling. We big chilling. We just gonna explore the vast ocean of ideas here.
Oh hell yeah! And we doing this all with no topics. We just gonna go with broad topics today. Just like the natural pod feel. Feel like we're just two guys just talking, still trying to get capital from streams and stuff. Speaking of which, make sure you subscribe everywhere. Podcasts are available: YouTube, Spotify, all the good places where people let you interact with their ears and their minds. Now, first topic. How do you feel about the Milwaukee Bucks dancing pregame after they fired Adrian Griffin?
It does give the optics that they fucking hated that man, which is a little hilarious to see niggas that happy after their coach gets fired. But it is it just kind of highlights that we're in a players' league now.
Mm-hmm.
Players like Giannis have immense control about where they go and the say in the coaches and things like that. And they definitely have some defensive issues, and you know,
For sure.
even though they have a good record, they went all in on Damian Lillard for that trade, and in terms of the assets you gave up for Dame. So you're in a win now window. You don't have time to waste. If you think that coach can't take you to the promised land, you make the change now. I'm not a fan of Doc Rivers. That's a wild decision to
Mr.
me.
Stay with a job.
Yeah, they niggas keep hiring him based off of a championship in like 2007 or some shit. But yeah. But if they think Doc is the adjustment that they need, then yeah, we'll see. I think Damian Lillard, as just prodigious as he is offensively and as a shooter and in the range that he provides and the clutch shooting and things like that,
Right.
he's still a defensive negative, which is something they have to figure out.
For sure. Because when Big Shay coming to town, he's going to fry that nigga muffin.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's been barbecue chicken on defense quite a bit this year. So so what he brings you on offense, you have to deal with what you lost on defense.
Correct. See, my thing is this. Of course, Milwaukee upgraded from, excuse me, from Drew Holiday into Dame. Anybody would have made that choice. But it seems like they gave up so much defensively when they made that move. Like, so much to the point where they getting blown out sometimes. And you got Giannis and Dame. And they didn't want to, you know, do certain stuff on offense. So, whatever their issue with Adrian Griffin, I think it's indicative and it makes sense if it's working out now, especially with Doc. I mean, he ain't even get there yet. I think it's first game today. Yeah, I think it's first game day today. So we'll see if there's a difference. Because kind of seems like they, you know, sold that man up a river a little bit.
Yeah, it's rough. It looks like he might have got done a little dirty, but because like I said, that's a short ass time to fire a coach.
Yeah.
Man, wasn't even there for a whole fucking. He ain't even make it to the goddamn All-Star break. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Let's say it's a new league, man. You gotta make adjustments quick. And yeah, they just got to figure out defensively. It's not like they don't have the pieces. They don't have the firepower. Their record's still great. So we'll see where it takes them. You know.
Yeah, we'll see where it takes them. Everybody expects more out of the Bucks, especially since they got Dame. But that's the the fucked up thing about, acquiring big pieces like, the whole LeBron going to Miami thing. All right, cool. You niggas better go to the finals. Or KD going to the Warriors. You niggas better go to the finals. Or you better actually win. If not, it's a complete failure. But I don't see them winning it this year, but I can see them winning it next year.
We'll see, man. It's a lot of tough competition. It's just, Boston's always going to be a huge impediment, depending on what Tatum and Brown do. And I think if Porzingis can stay healthy, is going to be a big factor as well. But
oh yeah, that's always a question mark.
Yeah, it's always going to be tough competition. But Giannis is one of those players that if he's on your team, he's going to give you a chance. If you build
you always have a chance with Giannis. Yeah.
Yeah, if you just build the right type of team around him, he's going to give you a chance. The way he turns up in the playoffs, just how dominant he is. And you have Dame and Giannis is still offensively. What the fuck are you going to do about that?
Yeah, that pick and roll would be crazy, especially with them two. I mean, still kind of wish he went to Miami, but y'all screwed yourselves with that one.
I mean, Miami's always in good position, man. Like I said, they've always got good players. Terry Rozier is going to be a nice, sneaky, good pickup for them.
Yeah, I don't understand why people is upset about that, because Terry Rozier, he be ball like, for the longest time, LaMelo ain't the healthiest nigga in the world. Guess who been balling there? I mean, of course they've been losing because it's only them. But he been balling with Charlotte, bruh.
Yeah, he's good. Like I said,
you just don't notice it because, one, they don't get nationally televised games, and two, they be losing like shit. But he be balling, though. 25 and, 7 type shit.
Yeah, nah, big facts. Terry Rozier can hoop. And like I said, that'll get noticed in Miami. And like I said, they got Jaime Jaquez over there hooping.
Yes, sir.
Fucking nice rookie in that jump. Looking real sturdy in that bitch. So they got, like I said, Miami's always got hoopers. Feel like they're always maybe missing that one superstar. Everyone's saying but they got Jimmy, they got Bam. Mm-hmm. It's just if they build right, do their heat culture shit, they'd be good.
So I want you to speak to, people keep saying Chet Rookie of the Year, but Wemby just did a sham god.
That was a sham goddamn. That jump.
With
the fucking...
Hit the nigga with a chamois at 7'3" or whatever the hell he is.
The Shamwow.
It was a Shamwow. That's the title of this episode. Shamwow.
That was a Shamwow.
So I'm like, bruh, okay. I mean, the Spurs ain't winning shit, but you still gotta because I don't know if you know this, but Spurs been getting a lot of nationally televised games, and their record is ass cheeks.
Of course, yeah, they got one beyond. Like they got the phenom on their team. That's why they got the national televised games. I mean,
but how could that propel him to being the Rookie of the Year if he don't got no wins?
Because his numbers are absurd. He's leading the league in blocks. He's putting up 20 and 10 and some shit. Like he's been fucking amazing. I think he deserves Rookie of the Year, and I'm a big OKC stan. I love Chet. But I mean,
has there ever been a Rookie of the Year on a complete 8-win team type shit?
Yeah, because most of the good rookies go to shitty teams. That's how they get the top picks. So that happens all the time. It's actually more rare for a rookie to be in the race and be in Chet's position, where Chet is the second best player on the number 1 seed in the West. But
some will say the one. Yeah,
I mean, so there's an argument to be made there that Chet has more responsibility. He's doing more for a team that's actually winning. We're number 1 seed right now. We're tied with Minnesota, I think, because we lost to the fucking Pistons the other night. But
yeah, you did.
It's all good. But yeah. So all of that to say, Wembanyama, Victor Wemby is fucking amazing, and he deserves Rookie of the Year. Despite the team record, he's done everything. He's exceeded his already obscene expectations. The impact he has on the games, the fucking daily highlights where you just see some shit you've never seen before in your entire life.
Yeah.
And he just does that shit casually on the basketball court.
He looked like, you ever go to one of those what is it, a jamboree or bouncy house or whatever, and they got the little play court. You could just dunk on this 4 feet tall, and everybody be doing windmills and shit on it. That's what he looked like on a 10-foot court. The nigga don't jump. He just dunk on everybody. That shit is crazy.
And the Spurs they're stealth tanking. They're losing on purpose again. The Spurs, he's on a minutes restriction. They're doing all these weird ass lineups. They had fucking Jeremy Sohan playing point guard fucking first half of the year. Just ridiculous
Yeah,
shit.
apparently they play him that point, which is weird. I got to see it in
they
practice.
They gave up on that shit finally, but like, I mean, the tweets were just fucking hilarious. Where they're just like, "How the fuck is Wembanyama?" Like the Spurs fans being so frustrated with the inability for their team to just get this amazing 7'4" person the ball.
Don't they got like Trey Jones or some shit?
Yeah, who looks immediately better every time he's in the game because he's a competent point guard who can fucking find Wembanyama. Yeah, it's crazy. The tweets were just going crazy on them, talking about they had a fucking bisexual power forward at point guard. Talking about fucking Jeremy Sohan. It's fucking. I'm telling you, like NBA Twitter is an unhinged place.
What? Why would they say that?
Because Jeremy Sohan playing fucking point guard. They're fucking frustrated because the fucking Wembanyama be wide the fuck open.
Oh.
And they got fucking Jeremy Sohan over here struggling to handle the basketball, doing Dennis Rodman shit because he's supposed to be a Dennis Rodman ass nigga.
Bruh, like I actually saw that shit on 2K. They got a nigga at point and it's like playmaking ability is like at like a B plus. I'm like, since when is this nigga a point? What the fuck? Like Pop would just find some shit and he would just find something in a player and just like, yeah, I'm gonna use that. Like using DeMar DeRozan at the 4. Like I was like, what? Then it works. And I'm like, oh shit. Didn't even know. I got faith in him though. But Sohan at the 1 is hilarious. I gotta see
that's
that.
what I was saying is like they're stealth tanking. You're losing on purpose. They're trying to stack another top pick in the next year and then get some free agents and then you can build a competent year, but they're not trying to waste any bit of Wembanyama other than like say getting the TV hype, getting his highlights up, getting him some experience. But they know their team's not good enough to compete right now, so they're just gonna fucking just make this a red shirt year basically. Try to acquire some, they're gonna have another top 5 pick. Then they're going to have a bunch of fucking cap room. And now niggas have seen that he's legit. So now other stars will want to go play with him.
Hey, have you heard of a player called Alexander Sarr or something like that?
Yeah, he's might be the number 1 pick in the next draft. French 7-foot prospect.
Yeah, I got him on one of my teams. And I'm like, oh shit, this nigga's like, I'm not going to say he's Wemby everybody, but he's kind of like Wemby in the fact that he's like, tall as shit and he could just do pretty much guard shit on the court, but he's like a center.
I mean, he is definitely a center, like he's 7-footer. His brother plays for the Thunder actually. But
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who's also pretty solid. It's kind of like a G League dude, but Sarr's good. Like I said, I mean his tape looks really good. He can shoot it a little bit. He has a lot of like I said different skills that might translate really well over here. It's not like a super stacked draft of like stars. So like when you're comparing him to Wemby, that's crazy. Like Sarr is like this is going to be closer to like that Giannis draft, where it's like it ain't really no stars at the top, but you might find a gem later, or it's going to be a lot of like really high level kind of like connective pieces and like playmakers and shit.
Right, got it. All right, what else happened in the league? All Stars got decided. All-Star starters.
Yeah, that looked about right. Except I think Jalen Brunson got snubbed out by Dame, but everything else looked right to me.
Yeah, even as a Knicks fan, I'm not mad at that because what you gonna do, bro? That's Dame, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Brunson's time, bro. I think he's shown this year that he's a legitimate superstar. Like,
the first thing that they announced was an All-Star was like LeBron. Like niggas they just gonna get the votes. So I'm not even mad at because Maxey ain't even get picked.
I mean, he's going to be a reserve. I mean, for sure. We just did the starters, right?
Yeah, they just did the starters.
Yeah. So I mean, Maxey's absolutely going to be an all-star, but
Hallie's in there.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean, because not only has he been so good, but they're so entertaining and stuff like that. So with the highlights and the national coverage that Indy's been getting, that makes a lot of sense.
But Jalen Brunson changed that franchise, though.
Yeah, I'm a big Brunson fan, man. Like he's
that nigga is great, bro.
Man, it's like that.
Like it's that thing, like when you be like, say, like you watching like Kobe. I'm not comparing him to Kobe anybody, but while follow me here. So like, I remember, of course, you remember plays like okay, point, bring the Joan up, Kobe coming off a screen. As soon as Kobe get the ball. Players like Kobe, AI, and I say like T-Mac, once they touch the ball, that's the possession. These niggas either going to score or we not going to score. And most of the time, they score. Allen Iverson, he's going to get a bucket. As soon as he get the ball, he's going to get a bucket. It ain't like he's going to pass. I'm Kobe. But I be watching Brunson, bro. I'm like, okay. Got a nigga on the ISO. All right, cool. Cross. Make some space. He ain't going with that move. Fuck it. All right, back down. Fade away. This nigga 6'1".
Yeah, that's what I say. That's what I love about Brunson. He's just a fucking
This
hooper.
nigga he just does anything he wants on the court. He's going to get a bucket.
He's not freaky athletic either, so it's just like he's 6'1", and he's also not a freak athlete, but he's just a fucking hooper.
Bruh.
He's just a hooper. He's gonna get the right angle. He's gonna get the right shots. He's gonna
drawing fouls. Floater game perfect.
Yeah, just got the complete
back
bag.
down at a point guard, a small ass point guard at that.
Yeah, just a complete bag, man. Like
there's a lot of possession. I'm like, bro, he's going to score. More times than not, he's going to score, and I can't say that about a lot of players. But he got that gene.
Be a winning player and make the right plays and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
He a player New York need because a lot of players get eaten up by New York.
Yeah, and I say he's really embracing just really being the face of the Knicks, man, which is great too, man. Like, yeah, it's great to have a big star in New York, star point guard. That's cool.
The whole time, New York fans don't really like Julius Randle like that. We just tolerate him. But as soon as they trade that nigga for like somebody else, even the cat trade, whatever. They be like, yeah, we might kind of going to embrace him because he not necessarily Julius, but he ain't necessarily Cat either.
Got OG Anunoby now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Y'all got RJ Barrett the fuck up out of there.
Gotta get off them fucking goofy ass contracts.
Thibodeau just hate young players though, man. That should be crazy. He got fucking Toppin the fuck up out of there, man. Got RJ the fuck up out of there.
Surprised we still got Grimes for real.
Yeah, they talking about he on the block.
God almighty.
Man said no youth. I want old niggas that I can fucking play.
Still got Evan Fournier's 18 mil sitting on the bench.
I want niggas I can play 47 minutes a game. But that's just Tibbs, man. It's just.
And he keep bringing back Joakim Noah. I'm like, bro, let this nigga sell cars. Like, come on, bro. Fuck out of here. Shouts to Joakim Noah.
Probably still paying him a fucking long-ass contract.
Yeah, you got motherfucking Evan Fournier, $18 million sitting on the bench. Can't move that contract. Fucking Josh Hart, he's supposed to be the straps. I'm like, bro, this nigga is not the straps, bro. That's not him.
Josh Hart is there for Hart.
He's the heart of the team. Like, I can't tell you. Okay, let me ask you a question. What does Josh Hart do good?
He's a really, really good rebounder. He's a really good
attitude.
Defender. He's a good, he's a decent shooter. So he can score. Like,
is he a better defender than Dylan Brooks?
I don't know about that. Dylan Brooks is an elite defender. I mean, legit. Like he's legit elite.
So if he's not that good at not elite at defense, he's not elite at rebounding. We don't even need to rebound, whatever.
I mean, for a guard, I think he is an elite rebounder.
Well, yeah, for a guard. Okay.
Josh Hart does a lot of stuff for your team. He's a winning player. Like say, he plays the right way. Like say, he's a connective piece though. Like he's not a star.
$25 million a year.
I mean, in the new NBA, like I think that's close to what his value. I think his contract's probably about right.
But I'm saying though, those type of contracts keep you away from getting like stars.
I mean, it just depends on the build of your team. I think Josh Hart is a good value for that type of money. But I mean, stars are going to cost you. There ain't that many stars to go around.
That is true.
They ain't growing on trees.
These are facts.
And,
go get Mikal Bridges. What else happened in the NBA? What else happened in the NBA?
In the association, like I said, the Pistons sold their soul to the devil for a win over the Thunder. Cost the motherfucking Lions the game, the fucking voodoo.
Oh wow!
But equivalent exchange. Y'all did all that to but yeah, that's the thing. Outside of that, man, we covered the association. Ain't no wild breaking news. Niggas is like 4 niggas dropped like 70 points last week. I mean,
oh yeah, that's crazy though. Everybody kicked up.
The ghost of Kobe fucking came in on that anniversary and just had all niggas. Although the Karl Anthony Towns one was by far the funniest fucking one. Did you watch that? Did you see that?
I did.
That was the funniest shit I've ever seen in an NBA game. Holy shit.
And nobody was happy about it.
Yo, his coach was so fucking mad at the end of the game, dog. So you watch those turnovers at the end where this man's just like pressing. He's just like, I need to score these points. And it's a close game. They lose the fucking game. He had 62 points. He had 44 points at halftime. 44 points at the half.
I think they was up by, wasn't they up by like a dub?
Yes, they were up big. He had 44 at halftime. And then they just all stood around while he just tried to get like 80 points, and they fucking lost the game with some of the most comical looking possessions of Karl Anthony Towns trying to go 1-on-5, a whole defense trying to dribble through it and try to do a bunch, just the most. And you're just like, dog, just play basketball now. You got 60 points. It's cool, bro. Do you want to win?
Niggas was super passive aggressive about it.
And to hear I've never have a nigga score 62 points and then the coach at the end of the game being like,
that was immature.
He cost us the game. Yeah, that nigga fucking cost us the game. That was the worst display of immature basketball I've ever seen.
That's the first time I've ever seen somebody score like a milestone record and niggas not happy
should be ashamed.
about it.
You should be ashamed of that 62.
Crazy.
I've never seen 62 where you should be ashamed of it.
Like, even watching Anthony Edwards' part, he's like, yeah, we happy for him, but, we still kind of wanted to win, but we happy for Cat.
Well, I love Anthony Edwards because he's the realest nigga in media right now or in sports. And that man was like, look, we fucked up too because we was getting all hyped up in this man scoring so many points. So we just wanted him to get it. And then let's
see how many he can score.
And then we lost track of the game. Like, I mean, that's just some young team shit. But the thing about that is Cat is not young.
No.
That nigga's not a young nigga no more. Man, what is he, 27, 28?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. That's why I say Cat. I'm out on the Cat stock. Like, I got no stock left, and he's amazing. Man could score. One of the most gifted, talented big men shooters we've ever seen. So much talent, but he is not that guy. If I ever needed an example of why he ain't that guy, why he will never be the number one option on a championship team, he ain't built. He ain't got the makeup. He ain't
Come on to New York, dog. Let's see it happen.
Be a great supporting piece, but like I said, until Ant is ready to be the dog, Minnesota's not going where they need to go.
I think Ant is that nigga.
He's that nigga. He's just not ready yet. Y'all niggas are too quick to try to crown him.
Ready for what exactly?
To be like the man on a championship team.
Okay,
a number one option on a championship team.
Do you think he could be do you see him going to the finals win? I mean, him personally. Can you see him being a playoff?
What is he? He's
30-point a game scorer in the playoffs.
He's like 23 or something. Like,
he's great already. That's what I'm saying.
Like, he's like 23 years old. How old is Anthony?
If the Timberwolves actually figure out, like, okay, let's build around Ant for for his legacy and ride with Ant, he would actually, I can see it with it, right? He's really fucking good now.
He's 22. He's not even
Jesus
22.
Christ.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what he'll maybe when he's 25, he might be, like a where.
You know what? It's a new year. We dropping hot takes. I say in 2 years, Anthony Edwards is going to be better than Jason Tatum. Book it.
I'm not even mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
In 2 years,
I'm really souring on Jason Tatum stock. Not that he's not amazing and he's not an elite player, but like I think he's been a little overrated. Because he has the same issue of bad shots at the end of games. Like him being the most physically gifted person in a game and then taking.
First off, the thing about the Celtics, I cannot get over how Joe Mazzulla don't call timeouts in clutch situations.
Yeah, they definitely missing Coach Freaky.
Who the fuck do you think you are? You gonna let these niggas just play it out? You're not gonna draw nothing up to get the ISO at the top of the key with Jason Tatum. That's where the bad shots come at.
Yeah, it'd be some terrible fucking shots, bro. Just watching Tatum and Brown play ISO ball at the end of every game.
At the end of the, like, bro, why you not calling timeout?
Draw a play, nigga. Like, what
is this? He talking about some, I want them to figure it out. Yeah. You the coach. You figure it out.
I just be looking at their possessions and be like, there's no way that was a fucking play, bro. Like, the play had to just be ISO for Tatum or Brown.
Bro, it is like the fucking some of the most disgusting shit I've ever seen in basketball where you just try to let players figure it the fuck out. Jason Tatum at that. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? A fucking fadeaway 3-pointer. We're down by 1, but I'm gonna do a 3-pointer because that's my thing.
Yeah, it just seems like he always takes the most difficult fucking shot, like of all. So it's like, why don't you like? You're like 6'10".
So that's why I'm like, I had to cut you. I'm like, bro, it's the coach, bro. I don't like that nigga, bro. Like, why? Like, they do that shit in Pop Warner, nigga. Call timeout.
Yeah, man.
Let's figure this out. Get somebody a fucking open shot, an easy shot.
Do the full Darvin Ham, just put the hands in the pocket and just fucking let it ride.
Fucking, who was they coach before this nigga? I forgot his name.
You talking about Ime Udoka?
Before him.
Brad Stevens?
Brad Stevens had some of the best fucking 3-second plays.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great coach. He's still upstairs for them, getting their fucking team.
Bruh,
they got a super team, basically.
That shit blows my mind.
The best starting 5 in basketball.
That shit, like, that fucks up the viewing experience for the nigga who love basketball, just watching basketball and see you do some stupid ass shit. Like last night, one of the fucking players in a clutch moment got a holding penalty or like a roughing the pass or a face mask. I'm like, nigga, that's some stupid ass shit. We trying to win a game here. You doing stupid football.
It's the whole fucking Ravens team.
You doing stupid football. Why are you trying to lose?
Yeah, just don't give the refs an opportunity, man.
Right,
like,
that's stupid I hate stupid coaching. It fucks me over. I really don't like that coach. Joe Mazzulla. Fuck watching the fucking the town all the time. Stop being rude to reporters in these motherfucking interviews because they asking you simple questions and you feel like, oh, I'm that nigga now because my team the #1 defense. But you losing close games to shitty teams because you won't call timeout. You won't get a motherfucking open shot in the last 5 seconds of a game. And you keep trying to put it on the players. It's you.
Damn, you a Celtics fan? You are? You can work.
No, I just don't like stupid basketball. That's dumb. Niggas don't understand how stupid that is.
They getting worked up over here. I want to say you all right.
That shit is so stupid. In a close game, you don't call timeout. Try to get a good shot. Let niggas know who the fuck gonna get the ball. What the fuck? And then they be like, okay, whoever get the fucking rebound is the one who run the fucking play at the end of the game. Drew Holiday. What the? I'm out. I'm sorry. I got hot. I hate stupid coaches. I really hate stupid coaches. That's why, like, niggas be like, oh, Doc Rivers. I'm like, bruh, I've seen it. I've a couple of these fucking teams Doc Rivers done coached, even had some of mine. I'm like, bruh, this nigga not the best coach. Even that nigga that used to coach KD and James Harden, he came to DC.
What are you talking about?
Scott Brooks. I never liked that nigga either.
Scott's cool. I met Scott Brooks.
I'm like, bruh. I'm sorry if I'm trying to burn down relationships you got with real people. I'm like, bro, you not the best coach, nigga. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know him. Like,
I'm just saying. All right, I'll cool out. I'm saying names now. Yeah. Hey man, look, I don't mind if I ruin that Joe Mazzulla relationship because that I hate that nigga, bro.
No, I was just saying Scott's cool. Like he's a player's coach. Like he was like the players fucked with him. You know, he was a cool dude. Like I said, when I was covering the Wizards and shit like that. Like I said, Scott's like not a terrible coach either. Like I said, the Wizards is obviously don't give you a lot to work with. I think.
Let me ask you this: who do you think is the most overrated coach in the league? Here's the clip right here.
Ooh, right now?
Yes.
Oh, overrated. That's a good question. Let me think. Yeah, I might have to think of that for a second, man. Overrated.
Mike
coach.
Dagnall. I'm just kidding.
Oh man, he's great.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Y'all good. I'm just
tripping. I mean, once your boy starts in Milwaukee, it might be him for me. Dog, like I've not been a fan of Doc in his just coaching decisions his last few teams, but you know, Doc's still a great basketball mind. I love him on the podcast and stuff. Like he's great on Bill Simmons' podcast and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's great announcing too.
Yeah, like he's great in all other aspects.
Better than fucking Mark Jackson.
Yeah, like, but again, like maybe he'll prove me wrong, and this just been personalities. Because if you listen to some of his pods and stuff, maybe it was just some of the stars and personalities that didn't work with him, and not his coaching per se. So it might work better in Milwaukee. But if you're just thinking overrated, I would just say because of his resume of that KG ring taking him so far, like I would say Doc because he hasn't done that much since then. But I'm trying to think of another coach I think overrated. Maybe Popovich a little bit because
whoa,
Just
Let's
lately.
get them subs up right here, everybody. Here we go.
Ain't even about that, but just the argument of like he hasn't won shit lately, and he's always got a generational ass big man too. It's like you've had a really really good roll of the dice to get motherfucking David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and then Wembanyama. Like I don't know what dirt you got on the NBA, but whenever there's a generational center, the Spurs always seem to fucking come away with it, which will help your coaching when you have to build around a Tim Duncan and shit like that. That helps a little bit. And, you know, not to say that I love Pop, not to say he's not a great coach, but I'm just saying lately, in the past decade or so, what have the Spurs done?
I had to write down the time so I could make this clip. So I had to make sure I got all of it. Okay. What has Pop done in the last decade? I don't know.
Kawhi or, you know, there's some big stars.
Hold on. You asked me a question. Hold on.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to let you respond.
What he's done in the last decade. Okay. How about create the superstar who is Kawhi Leonard? Who created the cyborg?
Why didn't that cyborg win a championship in San Antonio with them?
There is no I in team.
I mean, as a star, you know, like
why
did he leave with the injuries? Not that he didn't win in San Antonio. That's not what I meant, obviously, but like he should have been the face of the Spurs then, is what you think, because Kawhi, being the superstar that he is, like wanted to fucking.
Oh, that's because they was fucking up his medical shit.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm up out of here, but you know, there's a little blood on the money over there, but yeah, he wanted to leave. Don't put that on Pop. He wanted to leave because they fucked him over.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here, man. I love Pop. I'm just saying, like, results of you asked who's the most overrated, and because he has such high regard, and I'm just going based on the results that he's had lately.
Wow.
And he's had young teams he's rebuilding. Like, I'm not saying he's a fucking garbage coach. I'm just saying, like, so Popovich, the game changes, the game evolves. Some of the older coaches, like,
you mad at Pop because he got to start Devontae Graham. That's what you mad at Pop for. He went from Tony Parker to Devontae Graham, and you got like resentment towards him.
Look, he's got a fucking another generational piece to build around. So
yeah, for sure. If he stays around coaching that for like fucking Wemby's career type shit,
yeah,
like,
he's in his 70s, I think. So
yeah, you gonna stay for his whole career? That's a good 20, Pop. It's a good dub, Pop.
I'm just saying that's it. I can't think of it. I mean, honestly, Tibbs.
Oh yeah, the coach that ruined Derrick Rose's career.
My players.
Yeah.
Fucking overburns his players with their minutes and like
8-player rotations.
Yeah, just the all year. We playing 8 niggas. We got 3 bench players.
We want to kill Jalen Brunson in this motherfucker.
I look at the fucking box for 42 minutes. Like, man, it's a Tuesday against the Cavaliers, man. What y'all doing?
Right.
The fuck is happening, bro? Y'all playing the Pistons tonight. Chill, bro. Did he need to play 43 minutes?
I'm surprised Pop ain't that a bitch. Bill Belichick got fired. Pop ain't get fired yet.
They're very analogous careers, honestly. Belichick and
not Pop. No, I'm saying Pop and Tibbs. Belichick got fired, but Tibbs still got a job.
Tibbs got that good job security, man.
He gotta go, bro. Like I'd even take fucking I'd take Doc Rivers. Like I just want a good coach. Like this nigga gonna kill the players before they ever get somewhere.
Yeah, it's great. Like having a good coach is a game changer. Like I said, I'm really happy. Mark Dagnall is so good, man. Good young coach. Like I said, that nigga he's like 35, man. Could be coach for like the next 30 fucking years.
How do you feel about Darvin Ham?
Underwhelmed like everyone else. Like I think a lot of the complaints are legit. Like their rotations have been too fucking weird, where it's just like you haven't figured out who the fuck your best 7 or 8 players are yet. Half the season's gone, bro.
I want to know what's in his pockets because his hands is always in his pockets.
Yeah, it's like
you got like stress balls in there or something.
I know LeBron was defending him, and it'd be like he do be like drawing.
He got LeBron's nuts in there. Like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, but Darvin Ham has not really been effective with the roster, and I see why the roster is increasingly more frustrated with him because it's just like like who the fuck is the starters? Who's getting the minutes? Like what is the identity of the Lakers right now? You know what I'm saying? Like who. They had Russell on the bench, and now Russell's kind of playing better, and then he's on the trade block, and is he even going to fucking be there past the deadline?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're looking at
Reeves.
Yeah, like Reeves is good, but he is what he is, you know? Like, Like I like Reeves, he's good, but
I like Reeves too, but this is LeBron's last couple years. We gotta have stars here. You gotta have a star-studded cast, and he out here with D'Angelo's Russell and fucking They ain't even played Gabe Vincent yet. Have they played Gabe Vincent?
No, he's just ass. He's out the rotation.
He's what the fuck. Like I thought he was going to be the starter, bro.
That nigga's not good, and he's immediately.
He was good with Miami, bro. Don't do that.
He was good in Miami. I'm saying he wasn't good in L.A. Like he's good in Miami for sure.
They haven't played him.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him do anything.
I think he was hurt for a while, and then like it just doesn't fit in, bro. Like I said, like they're weird. Like I said, they got to figure out their rotations and shit. They had the Christian Wood shit going for a second.
Oh yeah.
Fucking like I don't. They gotta figure their shit out, man.
It worked better when they had,
What they're gonna do with Rui and shit.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
His minutes have dropped a lot, so it's like I mean, they figure out what the fuck their identity is. The Lakers, like I said, and that's a coaching thing, coaching issue.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of size still. Like I said, the Lakers with LeBron and AD, if they turn up, you have just the right pieces around them, you're gonna have a chance. Like it's just is AD gonna be healthy and turn up? And is LeBron going to have enough in the tank by the time, playoff time? It looks like it, the way he's playing the fucking Warriors the other night.
Yeah.
Man, is amazing. Found the fucking fountain of youth. Man, it's the only nigga who's beaten Father Time so far. Pretty much. Yeah, it's like Father Time's undefeated, but this nigga LeBron winning right now, dog. Like, it still ain't caught him yet. This is crazy. I think it's the oldest nigga in the league putting up a 36, 20, and 10 some shit. Like, some wild-ass shit. Like, It just never seen anything like that. That's why I was like, look, man, I love Michael Jordan, and I love the debates.
Whoa, that's enough out of hot takes out of you. That's enough hot takes out of you.
But Jordan in a Wizards jersey wasn't doing this shit, bro. Like, I was there. Like, I was there as a kid. Just, this is not the same, bro. People are trying to make it.
He's done enough. That's why.
And it's cool. Like I said, I'm not landing any way on the debate. I'm just saying, MJ and the Jordans, like, MJ in a Wizards jersey was not doing the shit I'm seeing LeBron in a Lakers jersey do. That's all I'm saying.
Because he did it better. Moving on. So, you were telling me yesterday about the Magneto comic.
Yeah, some good comics going on.
That you've been reading.
The Magneto comic that's not really about Magneto, or it's kind of about Magneto. Storm comic.
Tell the viewers about it.
Yeah. I mean, Krakoa is ending, so the X-Men line of comics are coming to an abrupt end because the X-Men movies have to do movie stuff and go back to the mansion and reset. So the X-Men editorial line is getting nuked, and all the great and amazing stories we've had from Krakoa in that storyline, and Jonathan Hickman started with the, I think, best comic, X-Men comic maybe ever, a few years ago with House of X and Powers of 10. Yeah, we got that masterpiece, and now, inevitably it was always going to come to an end. And I know the fans like myself, are sad to see Krakoa go, but I'd rather see it go than outstay its welcome and just get diminished over time. So I'm just hoping they wrap it up in a conclusive way, and it's ending with a few books. The Magneto book you mentioned is a tie-in basically to the end. So they're doing an end book, kind of like House and Powers. It's like an end version. So it's the fall of the House of X and the rise of the Powers of X. And they're two books going concurrently. One of them is kind of mid. The fall of the House of X is kind of the stuff that's going on now in the present, and the rise of the Powers of 10 is the interesting shit. Is the really good book, and that's like kind of concluding all of Hickman's big future shit. What goes on with the different timelines and the all types of crazy shit. But it's a lot to recap for the Magneto book because it's called The Resurrection of Magneto. But I guess for fans who aren't caught up, Magneto is fucking dead, and we have to kind of backtrack to why and how Magneto is dead. He died in the big Avengers versus X-Men versus Eternals event, Judgment Day, where he got his spoiler alert, I guess, for that if you haven't read it, but he got his heart ripped out by Thanos' uncle, and proceeded to do the most gangster shit of all time, which is get back on his fucking ops with no heart, and just use his Omega level mutant powers to pump the blood through his entire system manually with the control that he has over iron and blood, and pulled up on Uranos and then faded him with his own weapons.
Uranos.
Yeah, so it's actually one of the most badass things I've ever seen in comics. Magneto's a fucking G for that. And but he died. And in this moment of X-Men comics, they're kind of immortal and they have like a system to cheat death, but Magneto and Storm are so gangster that they basically bypass that because it's a lot of shit going on in X-Men comics, but they can die. Everyone else couldn't die. Magneto's dead. Got his heart ripped out. Did some gangster shit. Pulled up on his ops. Got his get back before he finally died. But so now they got to resurrect this nigga because shit's going to hell. Krakoa's ending, and everybody's just like, yeah, we need a strong leader because Xavier's he pussy. That man is whack, man. Xavier is just the absolute fucking worst. Universe. Yeah, it's just the absolute fucking worst, man. Like, god damn it, Xavier sucks. But so they're trying to resurrect Magneto because, you know, they need to save all of mutant kind. Cyclops is on trial for the last Hellfire Gala, which is really cool. They had these books every year. They would do this Hellfire Gala event books, which were amazing. They would have all the artists get to do different fashion for the different characters and stuff like that. And they would have these different designs, and they would have real world celebrities and stuff. Like, it was very interactive for the community and stuff like that. But the last Hellfire Gala, they had like a bunch of mutants get massacred, or basically a bunch of people get massacred. It's a lot of shit, man. I don't want to like recap every fucking X-Men book from Krakoa. We'll be here for like 3 hours.
So they say here, Uranos, his powers are eternal physiology. Uranos is considered one of the most powerful of the Eternals. He is shown using the ability to shoot lasers from his eyes and release an energy blast from his chest that was able to obliterate most of Lemuria.
Yeah, that was shit going on in that Eternals book that Kieran Gillen was writing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He and Legion both consider themselves on par with each other in numerous talents. He got flight, of course, energy projection, matter manipulation. I can't read today. What the fuck? Immense durability. Let's see how durable. Yeah, he had endured attacks from Magneto and Storm. Immense strength, telepathy.
He glassed a whole nation of Omega level mutants basically in like an hour.
Pretty anything kind of Mr. Anything.
Yeah, he's got all the, like I said, he's just
all the powers.
All the powers. Plus he has like an arsenal of like super death weapons that he can summon with him.
Yeah, they mentioned that too.
To do super genocide wherever he goes. So he's basically like a weapon of mass destruction that the Eternals have in this prison. And then they can release him for like an hour at a time, knowing that he will cause mass devastation wherever you unleash him. And then they have to put him back in prison because he's so dangerous, basically.
Okay.
And it was really cool. It led into X-Men Red and some books that were really, really brilliant. And basically after that Judgment Day event, Storm ended up getting the Uranos trigger, which is his little prison cell, and she had the opportunity to use that whenever she wanted or needed to, which led into a war because Storm was okay. Let me backtrack a little bit. So, in one of the Hellfire Galas, my favorite one it's a book called Giant Sized X-Men, or Planet Sized X-Men. It's called Planet Sized X-Men, but they terraform Mars. They use all their Omega level mutants, and basically the mutants have they've turned Mars into like a habitable planet for mutants. For Omega level mutants that were like from another dimension. So they're all from this war torn, crazy ass dimension where they were fighting demons. So instead of having them on Krakoa, which was too problematic because they were on Earth and they weren't used to like Earth customs. So if they were going, like some of the Araco mutants were ended up in like Britain and it's just like, hey, like what the fuck is going on? Right. So it's just like, it's better that they had their own planet. So they terraformed the planet basically. And that's what's going on up there and that's where Storm is. She's the queen of Mars, basically. And she runs Mars in a book called X-Men Red, which is amazing. It's one of the best books that Krakoa produced, written by Al Ewing. Mm-hmm. And so they have Mars, and they terraformed it with their amazing fucking powers, which scared the shit out of the humans. It made them more scared of mutants, because it's just like, hey, yeah, we could do this. Y'all was just letting this dead planet just sit here, so we thought we would we just do something with this shit. Y'all cool with this? Nah, we don't care. And so then Storm is ruling this planet of like bloodthirsty, crazy, overpowered mutants, and then which is connected to Apocalypse and his wife, and then his wife came back. Apocalypse's wife is named Genesis. She is stronger than he is, which is very well established. That he is just like, nah, she got it. She'll whip the shit out of me. And we know how strong Apocalypse is, so just the scale of that.
Correct. Yeah.
And she fought a whole war with Storm, and that wraps up in the X-Men Red book, which concludes in Storm leading into the Resurrection of Magneto book, which is Storm having defeated Apocalypse's wife in this war over the culture of this new planet on Mars that Storm is now the queen of, with her like new boy toy, who's just like a regular nigga from like NASA, which is cool as fuck to me. I think it's just super funny that Craig from NASA is just like, yeah, bro, like I'm just a regular nigga, bro.
That's me. That's me. I'm that jiggy nigga that got Storm.
She's the queen of the solar system and like this Omega goddess, but like,
and she be taking the dick.
Yep, he's just like, yeah, she just wanted a real nigga, dog. She just wanted a real nigga from NASA.
Yeah.
So shout out to Craig from NASA. He's holding it
man,
down.
You know, it is what it is, man.
Shout out for Craig and his fan base, but nah, man, it was just a cool character they introduced in X-Men Red. It's just like this is a regular NASA nigga who was up there just trying to help and shit. But now Storm is like, yeah, she's going to the afterlife to try to resurrect Magneto, so even gonna help save Krakoa, and from the machine apocalypse that ultimately looks like Mr. Sinister is going to be the ultimate villain of everything.
Okay.
Which is also very complicated. Could be broken down through a lot of things through the Immortal X-Men book, also written by Karen Gillan, which is amazing. A lot of great books that Krakoa produced, and some, like I said, I think some of the best X-Men stories we've ever gotten. So even though the era ends, I think we could be grateful that we got so many fucking gems out of it. And then we got such great character development for characters like Apocalypse and Sinister. And I think Sync got some of the most character development in Krakoa. Like, I love to see a young black nigga thrive and be like the centerpiece of X-Men. He always had very cool powers to be able to, you know, replicate the powers of people around him and shit like that. So seeing Sync get a lot of love. I'm a big Laura Kinney fan, the Wolverine. So loving to see Laura get a lot of focus this era, some development.
I want to see her come back in a new Deadpool movie.
Yeah, if she's older now too. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. I would like to see her as Wolverine. I'm a big fan of her as Wolverine and not X-23 or some fucking Talon or all these other. She's Wolverine to me. But I really love that book of her run as Wolverine. But yeah, I think a lot of characters just got so much development. I think Apocalypse probably got the most development, knowing that he's got a black wife and kids and shit, and that he was never really that bad, and like his wife is stronger than him, and like it was so much shit going on with that nigga that makes him so much more like interesting than just like the big boogeyman at the end of every timeline for some reason. We're just like, why are you doing this? Like, so just like learning about that, and then Mr. Sinister getting so much focus, especially in Immortal X-Men, is very interesting. He turned Sinister into a very, very, very interesting character.
Did you start watching Solo Leveling yet?
Not yet. I didn't start it yet.
Oh, okay. Let me know once you have.
Yeah, I'll probably get on that by next week.
Okay. All right. So before we get out of here, we gotta talk about some Mons.
All right, man. Why are you saying it like that, man?
It's called the Mons. We gotta talk about Mons.
Let's do some Pokemon content, man. I love it. What are we talking about?
Have you seen any Power World videos?
I have seen the Power World. I don't have an Xbox or like a PC build or Steam and shit, but like my nieces are playing it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And I mean, it looks super, super copyright infringed. Like it looks like
they're about to get sued.
Yeah, it looks they're about to get a crazy lawsuit from Nintendo.
A grip
that they fucking deserve, but also it does seem like the game mechanics, outside of being a blatant ripoff of like the IP, and looks like AI generated. It literally looks like they went to an AI generators like Pokemon like creatures.
I tell you what, when they saw this, Game Freak freaked out about this game. You see what I did about? See what I did? Yeah.
But
It looks super entertaining though. I wish I could play it, but I
Yeah.
don't have an Xbox. So
Yeah,
I'm not a loser.
they said the game mechanics are actually fun and stuff like that. If you look beyond the blatant, copyright infringement, like
On
it,
Pokemon Arceus still.
yeah, it seems like it fun, and Pokemon has kind of opened them up to this, honestly. And I said this for show because, like, I'm a big team Pokemon, but at the same time, they haven't made enough adult content for Pokemon stuff. I know it's a kid friendly brand. I'm not expecting some fucking boys level Pokemon content to come out, but just something more adult oriented, closer to like what we got in Arceus.
Right.
Like we haven't gotten enough adult oriented Pokemon games as their fan base has grown over the years, and like now I got kids now, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I still want the mainline games to be all innocent for her, but like, do you have anything with a little bit more difficulty and bite for the adults? And them not having enough of that opens up competitors like this to make a Power World and to make it so successful. So,
like I said, it looks super entertaining. I can't even hold you, man. It looks fucking fun as
like
shit.
Pokemon with guns, who doesn't want to fucking play that?
I would
Come
love
on,
to play
dog.
that. I would love to play that. But the Mons, we've all been watching tournaments that they've been having, correct?
Yeah, they're doing Liverpool yesterday, right? Regionals.
Yeah.
Lots of regionals.
Kind of slipped up on one and watched some guys do like the trading cards. I'm like, bruh, fuck out of here.
Trading card game's cool, man. I'm not about to watch it, but it's cool.
No, I'd rather watch the battles.
Yeah.
So, what you been seeing in some battles, man? What's been leading out? Like, what's been surprising you that you've been seeing?
I mean, like I said, I didn't get a really chance to watch a lot of the Liverpool junk yet, just because I'm a little busy. But like, I did watch the Charlotte regionals, and Wolf Glick pulled out a fucking amazing performance, man. It's just
Pulled out a Glick.
yeah, like that man's like the motherfucking Tom Brady of Pokemon and shit. That man's fucking accolades is going crazy, but you see why. He's just a really skilled player, man. And I mean, you still see a lot of fucking Flutter man. It's on like 70% of teams, man. Like,
Yeah,
it's still a lot of the
a lot of Urshifus.
Urshifu, both of them, mostly rapid strike, but
Mostly
you're seeing
rapid,
more single strikes come up now. So you're seeing a huge uptake in Farigiraf. There's Farigirafs everywhere now with the Armor Tail and Trick Room and shit like that. And it winning more tournaments, people just wanting to use it more. Landorus, Thundurus, Tornadus, mostly Tornadus.
Yeah.
And Landorus. Of those two. Ogerpon everywhere. I'm trying to think of other stuff that's just like staples of the metagame right now. Raging Bolt. Yeah, you just got to be prepared for all those threats. Iron Hands. Trying to think of just all the major threats that you're just likely to see on a team. So just trying to build a team that is complete to be able to neutralize all those threats if you come across them is interesting. Trying to build some cool teams.
So, which Pokemon, like, if you had a chance to be like, okay, I really, really like this Pokemon, but it's not legal to use in competitive senses, right? Which Pokemon would that be?
It just depends on the competition you're into. I mean, some competitions everything's legal, but like, I mean, right now, I mean, I don't know if there's anything that
The VGC.
Yeah, it's like in Regulation F, there's really nothing like I'm itching to use that they banned. I mean, like, because they usually only ban like box legendaries and shit like that. So, which I'm not really trying to play with anyway, because everybody gets them, and I feel like it'd just be kind of boring. Everybody using the same fucking Pokemon.
It's already like that.
Yeah, but it's not as bad though. Like, say, I'd rather have a pool of like 20 Pokemon that people are using frequently rather than like the box legend. It's 2 of them, bro.
That's not a big pool though. It's 20.
I mean, for certain metagames, that's actually pretty diverse.
There's
honestly.
more characters in Tekken.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's
In
just
97.
top use stuff. You're seeing a lot of more diversity, I think, in teams. Like, even I saw a little bit of the Liverpool people using Tinglu again. Dondozo has come back basically and stuff like that. People using Dondozo and Tatsugiri again.
Yeah, I've seen that like once in a while.
Yeah, I saw Registeel doing well. Like, there's stuff like there's still interesting strategies to discover. So, and like I said, I found a few niches myself that have worked really well. That a
Bring your
Pokemon
Charizard outside in these streets.
Yeah, I mean, he's still not doing well right now, but not really a place for him in the metagame right now.
Bring him outside in these streets. I want to
But
talk
I'm
to him.
sure if you position it on the right team, like I said, I'm over here using a Sceptile and Malamar. So like, it just depends on how you build your team and how you build the Pokemon within the team. It's really, really fun team building and strategies, and you have to do a lot of testing online to really see what's good and if you can match up with all these, Pokemon and different combinations of threats.
Right.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I do personally enjoy trying to make the less explored Pokemon and try to use them a little bit more, but I also like winning games. So like I will be moving I want to I will balance it out. Like Sceptile and Malamar on that team, but yes, Tornadus is also on that team, and I might have to bring an Ogerpon or something, I also have Urshifu that I use, so some of the I'm guilty of, even as someone who doesn't want to use those big staples, that they're just so good. Sometimes they're the Pokemon you need to complete your team. It just how you're building it. So like I do try to avoid it. Like I try to avoid using Incineroar and shit like that whenever I can, because I just fucking hate seeing them, because I see them so much everywhere. But that's why you build checks into it. Kind of have like an anti-meta team right now, because you're expecting those same threats, but you got to be versatile. I think that is the key right now, is being able to have different types of speed control, being able to be able to adapt to different play styles. Like if you get thrown into Trick Room and not having that end your whole shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I like having a Trick Room and a Tailwind Setter on one team, have like a hybrid speed control kind of thing going on. So that's I feel like that's been a key to a lot of games. And it's really just your skill level. Like I said, I've realized like I'm winning more games just because I'm getting better at predicting people's moves. And that's all it's about at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Predicting switches, predicting shit like that, reading into people's attacks and protects and stuff like that. So,
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on a new episode of Channel Orange. I've been your host, Mr. Orange himself, LK the God, the DD the Mogul. I've been here with Puffco, Puppy. We've been talking some real shit today. You know what I'm saying? Thank you all for joining us. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave some comments, some nice words, some bad words, doesn't matter. We're very receptive. Tell someone you love them. Gang.